Why not?
Why not?
I know I'm not drawing, but don't take that lower right corner, Josh. And I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Brian likes to take up real estate and then just like not
claim
draw
it and then not use it, and then just prompt another artist to do it for me. Let's just get started, right? Let's just get started.
Yeah,
now
let's
that
go.
it's announced on Discord.
Yeah.
Welcome to our pizza. What? I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, I interrupted your welcome. Welcome. Did you already post it on Twitter or whatever?
Oh, I should do that. Let me do that. Thank you for reminding me, because I am terrible at this. Terrible.
What's the theme?
No theme. No theme for the. You talking about Magma, right?
Yeah. Next week we'll do when Elisa's
draw characters from memory.
Draw characters from memory.
Oh, are you usually doing a theme now?
No, it helps me and Josh because we get I know Ed doesn't suffer from artist block, but
that's not a thing.
Me and Josh.
That's not a thing. It's a myth.
Excuse me, but in episode 5, season 6, you talk about the very thing.
That's fake news, Josh.
Fake news.
Just because you heard me say it doesn't mean it's true.
It was AI generated, Ed.
It was AI generated. I see a mushroom guy popping up.
I feel like I have to.
You have to announce your return, right?
He just has become my little friend, and he just needs to be involved.
Your OC, would you say?
OC.
Yeah,
oh,
OC.
we're doing OC today.
I don't know. I come up with a new one every week.
Right.
I mean, it's always you're sticking to mushrooms at least.
It's my new OC, Clowning McClownerstein.
I am not a fan of the clown. I was gonna have my mushroom touch his butt, and now I'm kind of turning that around.
He's kind of got that shock, like, oh, that's
right.
different.
I tweeted it. So we also posted on Facebook.
And now you can.
Oh no, you said it already announced.
You can do your intro.
Welcome to Art Pizza, where we deliver tips and tricks to artists in 30 minutes or less, or the episode is free. I am Brian Manning, Tag Champ Brian on social media.
And I am Edward Freyna, aka Edward Draw Stuff on social media.
I am Brittany, and you can find me on social media as Miss Brit Designs with one S.
Miss Brit with one S?
Miss Brit with one S.
Like Misfit.
Like Misfit. Oh.
Misfit. I'm Dershin Time. I hope you're ready to get a pizza that art.
I was waiting for it. It.
I let Josh do it.
And I had to.
I let Josh do it because I don't like saying it. I don't like stepping on his line.
Don't steal my line.
So, and if you're watching the stream, obviously all our usernames are under our images.
This is for podcast purposes.
For audio podcast purposes.
They don't see that. They don't see that.
They don't see that.
Oh, I didn't know we're doing audio podcast purposes.
Yeah.
I do want to say though, it's a good thing that Brittany is back because tonight we're going to be discussing Saturday's Royal Rumble.
That's right.
No,
Wrestling.
I gotta go.
WWE.
Just joking.
I can't handle it.
You're gonna handle it. This is a wrestling podcast now. It was a wrestling intervention.
Surprise! We got you back.
Like we got her back. Now let's torture her.
Now we're gonna change the format. We didn't tell her what the new format is. We're gonna force her to talk about wrestling the whole time.
Oh
this week's episode, though, we're going to be talking about what did you put? Unconventional art medium, art supplies.
Okay.
Why? What's the matter, Josh?
The first thing that popped in my head when you're like unconventional mediums, and then I got like these brown streaks on my sketchbook, and
Did you paint with poop?
That is a pretty unconventional idea.
I didn't say that, but
when you said sketchbook unconventional, and the first thing you come back with is brown, I'm like,
markers aren't unconventional, so you're not talking about markers.
Have you guys ever watched that movie with Jeffrey Rush where he was in prison and he was just writing on the walls with his feces?
I mean, you create however way you need to.
It was like
First question, Jeffrey Rush.
I know. Which his best role
He's the guy
was
from
Casanova
Pirates
Sounds like a
Frankenstein.
made up.
Casanova
It sounds like a
Frankenstein
made up character.
from
Alright.
Mystery Men. You remember?
Sure.
yeah, but he was
I
also
believe you.
Casanova Frankenstein, but he was also what's his name, Barbosa in Pirates of the Caribbean, right? That's the same
Oh,
guy.
okay.
Yeah.
That same guy. And what's wrong with why are you hating on Jeffrey Rush?
Oh no! I had to specify it was Pirates of the Caribbean, so Josh knew who it was. You and I know him
Yeah,
as Casanova Frankenstein, the great super
needed
villain from
We
Mystery Men.
needed some context, is all.
Ah, gotcha. But yeah, he was writing on the. It was like some French Revolutionary movie. Oh yeah, there you go. Hey, look, Rurax
at
is
least this
on.
year.
Quills. See, she knows. She knows.
Joaquin Phoenix. What movie are you talking about? Is this the feces painting
Joker?
movie? Quills.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen that movie, so I don't know.
I don't
I know she's
that
not talking
one.
about Casanova Frankenstein, the greatest supervillain ever.
It's weird that she's on
Wait,
here as
Is that
Bleaky.
the Mystery
I
Men? Is that what you're
I
talking
didn't know
about?
who
Yes,
Bleaky
yes.
was for a second.
They're like,
Who?
who's this troll? Bleaky. So anyway, we should probably get into the topic, because for me, an unusual art medium is digital. Is my iPad, as I'm not drawing.
You're
No,
not
I-
drawing.
It doesn't
You just gave up. You just stopped drawing in general. You're like, you know what?
give up.
I don't do it
It's
anyway.
funny
I'm not
because
going to
Josh
try.
didn't
today.
even Josh was drawing in that lower right corner, and I said something, and now he's not drawing there. And I was like, I didn't actually claim it. I was just
I don't
Oh,
know.
I didn't want to stifle your dreams.
I don't know
I-
why Josh is always taking up like a quarter of the real estate.
That's
He's like,
What do you
holy
mean?
shit, man! This seems so
My character is just as big as your clown. Like, it's roughly the same size.
She said,
Brian,
"Oh,
did you
yeah,
draw anything?
Okay.
right here.
Where's your drawing? Oh,
Um,
All right, what was it? Brian
Brian
Turf. Is Rurax actually drawing today?
I saw her pen tip floating around. Do I have to prompt her to do more art because I don't want to draw again?
Yeah, since she's
She
your
had
AI
a great
bot
Fred
now.
Flintstone. She drew a great Fred Flintstone last week. Surf
I
and
think-
turf. There we go. Thank you.
Oh my god,
I'm a child. I'm sorry.
it's okay.
So
anyways-
when I say unconventional, I'm not talking about like feces or anything crazy weird. I'm just talking about stuff that you're not going to the art supply store to get. Like Ed's that painting behind Ed. There's two of them now. I see
Oh yeah, there's two
two
of them.
cardboard paintings.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Screw your art supplies. Just get IKEA cardboard. Perfect.
IKEA cardboard.
It gets the job done, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that sucker will never last like 50 years.
I mean, it's not archival, but like neither is ballpoint pen, and I use ballpoint pen
That's
on
true.
nice sketchbook paper. But I love
That's the beauty
using.
about.
Was that Josh?
I was gonna say that was the beauty about art. The whole transient feature, the transient trait about it.
Yeah, like sand castles or like the Tibetan sand art that's not permanent,
Right.
or like graffiti. It's not going to be there forever
Yeah.
unless it's Banksy and they tear down a wall and auction the wall.
Oh god.
Ugh. I think it's Banksy. It's just
Now you're
capitalism.
hating. Now you're hating on Banksy.
it's the capitalism.
Was that
of
hating?
I don't know.
art. Sure,
Everything. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not?
why not?
Hate
But,
on
like, one
Banksy
of
for
the highlights-
selling a painting and then shredding it.
And then shredding it. Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Bravo.
One of the highlights of the school year. I'm sorry, I keep stepping on everyone's. What were you gonna say, Brittany?
No, I was gonna ask it what everybody's unconventional. What's some unconventional art
Oh.
you've created?
I was just about to bring it up. One of the highlights of, even though I hated school, one of the
Nice.
highlights of the school year was when you put new book covers on your books, and then that's like that was your canvas for at least one semester before you replaced them. And I didn't get
I had to
fancy
change mine
book covers.
constantly.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason I didn't change it constantly is because I liked the stuff I drew on it. So
No,
I
my
would
mom
use
would change mine.
brown paper bag. Oh, she would change it. Okay, I would use
was like,
brown
"What is
paper
this?
bag book covers.
What is this?
I didn't have the fancy fabric ones that like kids today probably have. If they have physical books, they probably have ebooks now.
Yeah, I don't think they have books because I've never seen my kids bring home books.
Yeah, like the only books my kids brought are the ones I had to
You-
buy at the bookstore for like required reading. I was like, they don't assign these anymore.
They get
It's probably
Chromebooks.
because your kids aren't a bunch of nerds, Ed.
Probably they're good. It's good to have nerd kids. But I think they just give everyone Chromebooks now, and I'm like, man, if I brought a Chromebook to school, it'd probably get stolen or sold off for drugs or
Different
something.
times.
Different times. Oh man, but yeah, I mean, as far as unconventional art, I don't know if
Well, like I
I
said, you
didn't.
have the cardboard menu.
Well, yeah, the cardboard painting, but you know my gripes with stuff that deals with gravity. Anything like pendulum painting or
Acrylic pour.
acrylic pour. We know Brittany loves acrylic pour.
splatters.
I like the look of it.
I
It's
like
pretty.
acrylic pour. I like some of the innovative, crazy stuff that they do with acrylic pour paintings. What I don't like about it is just how messy it looks, and that's just like the
Yeah.
dad in me is like,
You
who's
need a
cleaning that up?
dedicated, yeah. You need a dedicated space if you're gonna like
The
take a
dedicated
paint
space. And
bucket
I'm like,
and
yeah,
throw
I'm
it
like-
on a string.
but I'm also like, you could have used half as much paint and got the same result.
Right.
Maybe I'm
Jackson
wrong.
Pollock.
Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. But that's the dad in me.
I mean,
is-
would Jackson Pollock fall into that category?
didn't he put it on the floor? To do
I
the
think it
splatters?
counts because he was like one of the first ones to do, if not the first one to do, right?
I don't know.
And that's what.
I don't
I'm
know.
talking about Ed's hatred of gravity artists.
Is that what they're
Oh,
called?
what about-
Gravity
No.
artists?
No.
I don't
What
know.
about melting the crayons in like a line? You just melt them, let them
And then just let it-
down. Like,
It seems like maybe Ed's not a fan of chaos theory art, where you're letting nature paint for you, right? Is that like?
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Maybe
Before
because
gravity
maybe I'm
or-
too much a control freak or something.
Yeah, like you can't control the way it's dripping or something, but you can control the colors. You can control the colors in
There you
acrylic
go.
or in
I
any.
mean, some of it looks nice, but I don't know. It's like I associate too much with like the Midwestern housewife. Like I need a hobby type thing, you know. Not to judge people, but you know what I'm saying.
I
It's
full
like,
judgment.
I feel it. I feel it. It's like, am I gonna do crochet or am I gonna spray random colors everywhere?
yeah, you know, they're gonna go get their lattes at Starbucks and put on their UGG boots on. You know, it's when
Speaking of Midwestern housewife hobbies, one of the things that my brother and I used to do when we were kids was we used to do like magazine picture collages. Alan's saying, "Let people enjoy things." Ed, he's supposed to be at the gym. You're
oh,
supposed to be
he's at the gym.
right now,
He's
Alan.
just on his phone, right? Yeah, that's right,
Probably.
Alan. He totally didn't go to the gym.
But Alan and I used to do like collages with magazine pictures and then just like tell dumb jokes. And I enjoyed doing that as a kid. That was a lot of fun.
I think that's fun.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a nice unconventional art form. Even though, again, when I say unconventional, I don't mean crazy stuff that no one does. Just not normal to what I do. So that's how
Is it things that we do or things that we've seen?
both. You could do like if you had like thought someone doing something weird was cool. Don't just hate on that person that did like. Don't just say I'm gonna write my name on a pizza box and sell it for $250. Don't be the hater.
No.
If you can do it.
Yeah, so I'm saying do it. Don't be a hater.
I wish
was
I
at
could
a
sell a pizza box for $250.
Fair enough. I was at a downtown store once, and at the art, like he or she, whoever, like they welded a bunch of metal pieces together, and it's like a fixture on the floor, but like it was also interactive because they somehow had taken gear, like a gear set from like somewhere else, and like incorporated it into their piece. So
Where was
when
this?
you turn, oh, it was like downtown. I don't know. It was one of the first Fridays. When you like
Okay.
turn the knob to wind it up, um, it had some pieces that were like moving around on the fixture, and I thought it was cool.
Oh, that's cool, actually. Like the maker and you wanted to do that. Like, I want to do that.
Yeah, yeah. As a maker, that's pretty dope.
It's pretty cool.
I like that. I like that.
I think that's pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I always wanted to get into was like graffiti, but I
Me
felt like
too.
I could never get into that because I was never engulfed in that culture. Like I never knew
Yeah.
anyone, and I felt like I would be a poser if I tried. You know what I'm
Same.
saying? Like I can't just
Also-
like start tagging shit and just like
I
oh,
feel
yeah.
like, yeah, I think my other problem was I was obsessed with all things hip hop and I sucked at every aspect of it, so I knew graffiti would be the same.
You're not even a break dancer, right?
I
Like you're not
couldn't
even
break
a
dance. I couldn't.
rapper. You're not a beatboxer.
Well, beatboxing is not one of the. It's DJs, MCs, graffiti, and b-boys, and I did none of that. None of that.
It's a shame.
It's a shame. You should have tried.
Oh, true. We tried.
Yeah.
We sucked it
Oh,
off.
okay.
It just didn't work.
No
The only
doubt.
one I didn't try was graffiti because that was like the illegal one.
Yeah,
I tried
okay.
graffiti. It was hard. Like it's definitely a skill.
The
The
hand
layering and
control.
just understanding the paint.
It was so
Yeah.
hard that when the cops saw you, they felt sorry, and they're like, "Dude, just put the can away. I'll let
We're
you
not
out."
going to arrest you because you suck at this show. Your career's over soon anyway. You're not getting up. We watched
No.
Beat Street so much. That
Oh,
movie
right.
Beat Street. That
Yeah,
was all about, like, there was a break dancer. The crew was a break dancer, a DJ, an MC, and the graffiti guy who died tragically at the end. Spoilers for that 40-year-old movie, Beat Street.
Looks like Alan is at the gym now between sets of posing in the mirror.
That's an unconventional art form, posing in the mirror.
That is. It's
He's basically a sculptor of the human
He's-
body.
Yeah, bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is sculpture. I mean, if
there
you
you go.
really think, if you listen to the way Arnold Schwarzenegger talked about it, it was really an art form the way he did
Bodybuilding
it.
is a sculpture. Oh,
I don't mean the accent. I mean the aspects of it, the way he spoke of it. It wasn't just lift big weights. It was like you're trying to build that symmetry and you see what muscles are small and you target those.
And everyone starts with a soft lump of clay, right?
Everyone starts with a soft lump of clay. Like, that's,
I mean-
I'm gonna hang out in the soft lump of clay form as long as
Some
possible.
of us though are literally just armatures, like just made of the bendy wires.
Oh shit!
Josh had some clay on his armature before, but then he slowed down and
The sculptor left
he
before they
stripped
could
it
put
down
all
to
the.
bare armature again.
Yeah, I'm armature and some tissue paper. That was it.
Yeah, some filler.
Sculptor left before they could even put the bare minimum.
This
I am a
filling
lump
up
of
fast.
clay Superman shirt.
Man, I'm glad Rurak showed up to draw. Look at
Yeah.
that. Filling up the gap that you're leaving, Brian.
All right,
Sheesh.
I'll draw something.
She's even sick and she's still drawing. Look at her.
Someone's
You-
got to run the show.
You ain't even
Someone's
got
got
to
to run the
run.
show.
We're all running the show.
All right, here's a
All right.
question. You guys brought up graffiti. How do you think they christen a graffiti artist with the name? Like how do you not end up as Doodoo Head or something?
I don't know.
Don't be a
that-
That's your new
Doo-doo head.
name. That's your new
I
name,
don't,
Josh.
I don't know that graffiti nicknames are the same as like everything else. I think you have a handle that you're using,
Oh, gotcha.
but like I feel like breakdancers, they would give you a nickname, and then that's what. Because I don't think anyone's going to call themselves Crazy Legs on purpose.
Yeah, I think
You
they
still
it's the same
crazy
thing
legs.
with like like pilots. They give pilots names. Well,
Pilots, yeah. Like most other things, you're gonna get a nickname, but I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but graffiti and tagging, I feel like it's so underground and illegal. You kind of give it to yourself.
You think it's like
that's
That's what I would think.
what if they have like gang shootings just because they didn't like the name? They're like, I don't want to be Doodoo Head. He like pulled out a cat. Blah blah blah.
I think again, you're speaking of from what if they gave you the nickname Doodoo Head, as opposed to that's what you just started calling yourself. If you called yourself Doodoo Head, you're not allowed to shoot someone because you don't like your nickname that you gave yourself.
Oh,
I think that's again. I could be wrong.
That's one thing I never thought I'd hear on this podcast is Doodoo Head. Something like I call my kids or like.
Why are you calling your children?
He's a bully.
I'm a bully. I'm a bully through and through. I still don't know why I have friends. Oh man.
But like, are we talking about like tagging or graffiti, like art?
I was talking about graffiti. Tagging. I don't want to be a hater. When I was growing up, tagging was just basically taking a fat marker and writing your dumb name and some dumb stylized letters that were hard to read. I feel like graffiti was the better art form. I've seen good tagging, but not with the people I went to school with. When I walked into the boys' room, the bathroom, and saw tagging on the mirror, it wasn't like, ooh, that's Instagram worthy, even though I don't know what Instagram is for another 30 years.
Invented Instagram while you were in a boys' bathroom.
Yeah.
Just trying to get Instaham.
Instaham.
Oh my god.
What other unconventional art forms do we have?
I don't know. Why don't you tell us one of yours?
Yeah, you have one.
I heard you had quite a story for us. Or do you want to finish with that story?
I mean, I guess I had an interesting one, but it was more so for easy money.
You whore.
You make money where you can make money.
I'm kidding.
Like where I think it's going.
No, so I used to press my little naked body on canvas with paint, and I would sell them.
Oh, this was not a one-time thing. It was a regular.
No, I did this quite a few times.
Free OnlyFans.
Bravo. Hey, if you can write your name on a pizza box and sell for $2.50, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, it if anything, it was fun for me because I would I don't know, express myself in a way that I guess was creative, but also with my body, which was weirdly fun because I would try to figure out the best way to print myself. I don't know how else to say that without it sounding weird.
Just get the best silhouette.
Yeah, get the best silhouette. So it's just I would strategically just try to figure out how to use my body to.
I want to know how much were you making off of these prints?
These prints.
They were. I mean.
Better be a good number. Better be a good
it was
number.
$500. They buy all the supplies.
$500
and $500. Oh.
$500.
But you made the art by off the side, right? They didn't have to watch you do it, right?
No,
that was the live stream. That was the live stream.
I would go home, drink a little, and then go in my garage, get naked. I'm like, all right.
Make a mess, and then the dad is like, you could use half as much paint. Who's cleaning this mess?
Right.
I mean, it worked. I needed money at the time.
You better hose off in the yard before you get that acrylic paint in the shower.
Oh, my parents weren't around. I was living on my own, so I was good. You didn't shower and pour acrylic paint down the drain and that turns into plastic, did you? Yeah, no. You learn these things the hard way. You learn them the hard way.
Again, the dad in me is like, ugh.
All I was thinking about was paying my bills, and this was a sure way to do it. And it took
Right
an
on.
hour to create them. So an hour in exchange for
$500 an hour.
$500. I'll
Oh
take
my
it.
Does that count cleanup or just the creation process?
The creation process. The
Okay.
cleanup was probably longer because like getting in the shower and cleaning myself and all the paint and everywhere. And if,
Yeah.
like I said, I was drinking wine, you know.
I'm picturing something from a Big Lebowski. Remember that lady? She got all naked, painted herself, and slammed up against the canvas.
That's what you're talking about, though, right?
yeah.
That's what you did.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, there's women that do it now, and they create legitimately gorgeous portraits, and I'm like, wow, I could have done it better, but I took
You were the
easy.
pioneer.
Like, there's still like so many people that do it and do it way better than I did, but like, I don't know,
You
it was
walked
still fun.
so Instagram influencers could run.
I was like, ladies, I know how we can make easy, fast money.
That's so funny. That's crazy
Yeah.
though.
That was
Do
my
you-
unconventional.
Do you still
form.
have some of those paintings?
No. I sold the last one a few years ago.
So what was the clientele type? Were they like your
Men.
typical? Yeah. Well, that's what I figured.
Man,
They're all like in their 50s and 60s. I'm like, hey,
No,
can I
it was
get one of
actually
those?
usually 40s, mid 30s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yep.
Would they try to like get your number, or would they be like, hey, you wanna get a drink?
Yeah, but I have very good boundaries.
No, that's good. That's good.
I was like, I just want your money, and you just want the idea of me pressing my body on a canvas on your wall. So
Right.
this is
That's
where the
hilarious.
exchange ends.
This is very unconventional indeed.
Yeah, I don't.
It works.
I don't think I have any kind of experience in that. You know, I mean, who'd want it? You know, like who wants
Your wife.
My wife. There you go. Maybe. She's
Yeah,
like,
but
get
men-
that shit off the wall.
I don't think men are dealing with that kind of clientele of pressing bodies against the wall.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? We're
Yeah,
married
my-
now. I don't care about you.
My daughter would just like, she would just have a conniption.
You're like, what are you doing? Why are you naked?
God.
He's doing that Whoopsie Daisy look. Whoops, my pink.
Crazy.
Shit. Is that what is that? Is that what is that, Josh? Is that like a mouser?
I thought we're doing OCs.
Oh yeah.
I could see why you'd say that.
Yeah. I was like, I think I know that guy. That's a mouser.
That's a mouser from. Were they in the? They were in the cartoon, right?
I
Or
think
just the
so.
video game?
I don't even know now. It's too long ago.
Oh
No,
my
no,
gosh,
it-
I didn't realize Rurax was actually drawing in here.
You're too focused on yourself all the time and your boobies.
No,
your
I
booty.
I'm very zoomed in to my drawing and I just looked up. Hi, Rurax. Hello, Ruru.
Ruru. That's our new name. Ruru and
Ruru.
Doodoo Head over here.
Ruru and Doodoo.
Sounds like a comic book. The Adventures of Ruru and Doodoo Head.
You call me Doodoo Head, I'm gonna shoot you. I don't even know what I'm drawing.
Blinky
I'm drawing
says
Doodoo
hello.
Head.
I haven't succeeded yet, but one of the things, the unconventional piece of art that I'm still working on is like something to do with tech stuff. You know, like Raspberry Pis. And
What?
I want it to be interactive.
Raspberry Pi. There's like a little $40 computer.
Oh yeah, not the actual pies. They're like little computers.
Yeah,
inside
he's
of-
not baking as his unconventional.
No, not baking. I suck at baking. It would explode. Ruru and Doodoo. But yeah, I want to make.
Sorry, we were. It was the comment.
We're so immature.
Yeah.
Yes.
Careful, Josh is gonna shoot someone if we call him Doo-Doo Head.
I'm Doo-Doo Head.
Well, it wasn't me. I'm not a tagger though, so
Oh, okay.
not me. No.
I think we've discussed neither am I because I sucked at all forms of the pillars of hip hop.
Right. I think the most different thing I got into was in school when I learned how to do like maquettes, where you had to do the wires armature and then build clay on top of it.
Oh yeah.
Basically for animation and stuff. But I mean that was a lot of fun, but it's super tough on my hands. Like I just don't
dealing
I got,
with the clay,
yeah, like
and clay and wires and
I got like these big sausages too, you know, so I can't be as nimble and delicate, you know. Just like
that's the other thing is like when you're
like a gorilla.
when you're doing painting or art, it's just you're holding a tool. When you're sculpting, you're just like molding clay with both hands and then fine tuning it after the fact.
And like, you know, my hands will cramp. I'm getting old, man. Not that I get arthritis, but you sculpt for a while, it's hard on your hands.
Yeah. I will say for me, the most unusual, which is now becoming a usual art medium for me, is pumpkin sculpting. And it's the offhand that's hurting because I'm holding the pumpkin still. And that's my right hand is the one that starts hurting.
I can't do that, man. I did it a couple of times and it's too
hard.
messy.
It's too hard. It's messy too. It's messy.
I still blame you every time I can't find pumpkins during Halloween.
Because I buy all the pumpkins to practice, so no one can have them. Then you go to a pumpkin
even
patch.
in the off season.
Even in the off season, one year I didn't feel like going to get a pumpkin to practice, so I just bought a butternut squash and did like a wizard face, and I was like, "This is the best way to do it." I prefer butternut squash, but you can't just put a butternut squash outside your house on Halloween. That's just weird.
I mean, you can.
You can. There's no judge. People would see it and they're like, "Hey, he sculpted
butternut squash."
Every time someone walks up in the store, he's like, "It's unconventional art."
Doing your pumpkins, I'm getting unconventional. And if you call me Doo-Doo Head, I'm gonna shoot you.
But when I was a kid, my parents would take us out to a lodge, and there was no TV or anything, so we were like out playing. And I remember I would take mud and mix it with water, and I would create little sculptures of animals out of mud and water. And then I'd wait for them to dry, and then I would take Sharpies and color it in so it like had the colors of all the animals.
Like natural clay.
Like natural clay.
That's kind of neat, actually. I like that.
That's pretty creative.
I was really bored.
Yeah, that sounds like you just didn't have anything to do, kind of thing. I don't have any friends, so I'm just gonna make my own friends.
My parents took me out to the middle of nowhere and like, go play, and I'm like,
oh.
I think you like there's some woods. You're all walking around in the woods, and there's like a creepy guy standing. You like playing with mud? You like mud, kid?
Yeah. Sure.
Did he come out of an outhouse and then Smash Mouth started playing?
Hey, Blaze, welcome.
Blaze is here.
You missed the wacky story, the desperate for money story, I should say.
I thought the woods thing was kind of scary.
The woods thing is kind of scary. Like she's out there making like those Blair Witch triangles.
I would bring my little animal mud sculptures home, and my mom was like, "Oh, that's nice."
At least she supported it, right? She wasn't like, "Get that dirt out of here."
No, my parents thought I was weird. They're like, "She brought home the mud sculptures again," and now she's painting them.
Wait, did they not look like animals, or they?
No, they
were
looked
the only
pretty
animals
good.
in your mind? Oh, okay.
I don't know. I was like 10.
Your parents are probably like, "Get that shit out of here, doo-doo head."
I'm gonna shoot you. I will say, like, Alan and I used to make weapons for all our action figures out of like poster board and like paper and stuff like that. Because you get a cool Iron Man Secret Wars figure, and you're like, you know what he needs? a pump action shotgun. So we would
Iron
make it
Man
out
needs
of-
a shotgun.
Iron Man needs a pump action shotgun because G.I. Joe were too small to hold it. So we made it for Iron Man.
And Iron
The
Man
sequel
have his
is
like
kinda bigger.
little blasters. What do you call them?
His repulsor rays. Those Secret Wars. Do you remember the Secret Wars toys?
Yeah, I remember because I remember that's
They all
when
came
Spidey
with,
got
like,
his
a
black
sheet.
suit.
Yeah, they all came with a shield and like a laser pistol for some reason. I don't know what that's about. That's weird. But
Yeah,
yeah, so
no,
we
I-
made weapons
Did
that
Did
are like.
they re-release
original.
those Secret Wars toys?
I think
Like
they did.
a new, like just
They-
upgraded.
Honestly, they would be smart to right now because one of the figures no one ever wanted was Kang the Conqueror, and he's
Oh,
about to
right.
be hot right now.
Right.
Oh,
But also like like the Super Friends, like Justice League, they re-released their throwbacks.
Did they have
today.
it? Did they
Yeah,
have
'cause
that
Remember,
same style?
yeah, the same style. Remember the one with Superman? You got the kryptonite ring, and you touch his chest, and he'd start moving his
Oh,
arms.
right, yeah.
The new one doesn't
That was
do
like
that.
a harder plastic, though, right? That was like a hard plastic one.
I think so. No articulation. Just
Well, I mean, the
Just-
Secret Wars one was like 4 points of articulation, 5 points if you count if the head turned.
right. But no, it looks like Brittany has a bunch of interesting little hobbies that was unconventional throughout her life.
right.
I
We're glad that
I
you
love it though. I
got
love
so
it,
many
though.
examples.
tattooing, right? That's pretty unconventional, even though because you guys aren't tattoo artists, but you've both done it, right?
I mean, in high school, I did the stick and poke. Does that count?
Yeah, that's not conventional in the least. No one's paying money for that.
No. I mean, some
Like that's
people
what
are,
you do for
sadly.
yourself, right? I thought you do it for. I thought that's like you do that on yourself kind of thing.
Yeah, that's something, yeah, you do on yourself. It didn't stay. I tried to do a little heart on my hand, but I was too big of a wimp, and I guess I didn't go deep
With
enough.
what kind of stick? Like a chopstick?
No,
needle.
with a needle, like a
Oh.
sewing needle.
I thought
And
you
then-
like.
Like prison tats,
I
basically.
thought you meant like a traditional tatau. You know, it's made of like.
No,
a
I
wooden
took a
stick, like-
sewing
with the
needle.
bamboo that you're like smacking it.
Yeah.
Like an
Yeah,
old Asian lady just been doing it for like
I wasn't that
generations.
cool.
I still have a tattoo of a cabbage on my left leg.
That you did
You
yourself.
do?
I did it was the first tattoo I ever did, and I had the needle upside down. So I was wondering, like, why the hell does this hurt so much?
I
It
don't know what
wasn't
that
a
means, but I'm
cabbage.
laughing. Ah,
It wasn't a
upside down.
cabbage. It was
Were you
like
the cabbage guy from the Avatar?
no, it was supposed to be a peony,
cabbage.
a
A
peony.
peony.
A peony.
Cabbage.
I
Oh.
seriously need to get it covered up because out of all my tattoos, it was just like, what is this? Like,
Why
why?
don't you cover it up? You're better now, right?
I haven't tattooed in like
Wait,
forever.
our challenge, you turn it into a peony.
But
You
it's
right
just like
the wrongs of
I,
the
I stopped tattooing. I just like I felt like I was better at just like designing. Like my passion is in designing things, and
Like
tattooing is just
toys?
more.
Toys?
Eventually.
Unconventional supplies. Your resin printer.
Yikes!
That's
I had
unconventional, right?
that is that's very unconventional. Like doing 3D sculpture. Like most people don't do it. It's not as accessible to everyone.
It's unconventional because he has one and he just stares at it like that's. It's a
And
performance. art.
says, "Hey,
It's a
Josh, you want an
performance.
Asaro head?"
It's like,
Oh,
wow,
like
you
the
made a
sorrow
lot
head?
with that.
The sorrow head. Don't even remind me. That scar is just you know.
Oh,
He's hurt. He's hurting.
it
he's
hurts.
hurt.
Oh, Josh, you don't want an Asaro head? Look at that.
You know
Look
what,
at the
my-
lighting on that.
A good friend of mine
Quality
gave me an
lighting.
Asaro torso. I didn't even ask, and she was like, "Boom, Asaro torso."
Were you like?
Nice.
It really
Were you
helped.
like? Not even on the sorrow head. It's
No,
fine.
I was like, "Wow, this is great! Like it's better than a sorrow head at this point."
Is it though? Is it?
Yeah, because you
Aw.
still get a sorrow head if I wanted to. You still got like 2 eyes up here, like a mouth.
Shit.
Unconventional planes of the face. It works.
Exactly,
It works.
exactly.
I'll allow it.
I get it. Surf and turf. Look at that.
What?
Man, Oh no, on Rurax's drawing. How did she get it so clean? Like mine is so like. Did
She
she
uses
did
the
she double up
smallest brush
on?
size, right?
Did she do? Did she use a
Let's
sketch
zoom in.
layer?
No, yours does look really clean. My lines are all wobbly.
Same. Oh, I thought of another.
You're zooming in on everyone's art as I zoom in on everyone's art.
Don't look at
Since Brittany shared a childhood story, I at one point was so bored that I took scraps of Ferrero. What do you call them? Ferrero
Rochers.
Yeah,
Ferrero chocolates.
we ate a bunch of those chocolates, so there are a bunch of scraps on the table, and I
Those
made.
wheels.
Oh, one
Calm
second.
down, dog. He heard Ferrero Rochers and was like,
He's like, oh yeah.
I love Ferrero Rochers.
Talk. I'm listening. Josh just left me the story. We were interested in this Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah, I
story.
want to hear the story.
Took the Ferrero Rochers, and you know how they've got so you got the gold foil piece, and then you got the cupcake looking piece of paper, right? So that I made like a person, well, like a lady. So there's like the hat is one of the cupcake looking paper things. The body's made of foil, and then she had a dress or a skirt made from also
the foil or the paper.
She had like arms, and it was like a person. And I was like, huh,
that's unconventional. That's pretty unconventional.
I think so.
Welcome to the show, Soul Brush.
There he is.
Back for one night only.
One night only. Oh yeah, you missed it when Soulbrush was here. All he did was talk about feet for like an hour, and I'm like, I get it, dude. I get it.
But like,
he
what
really
about
likes feet?
Like,
He just loves it. I don't know.
The bottom of the feet.
It was
like,
feet and racism. That's all he was talking about.
Yeah, like toe cheese and stuff like that. I don't know.
Whoa.
Well, I don't remember that part.
What he's into? Just
That
like
might have been the
something
after
like
episode part.
you know that's nothing but love, man. You know it's nothing but love.
Including feet love.
Feet love.
I've tried to paint with my feet.
Oh, of course you have. Of course you have.
Of course.
She sold that for like
money.
$1,000.
I actually still have that one. I still have it. It's in my closet somewhere.
What was the subject matter?
It was an owl sitting in a tree.
Holding brushes with your feet, or like the foot version of finger
No,
painting?
I put foot painting, but with like finger painting, but with your toes.
So literally, the owl is made of your
My
toes.
feet.
God.
Gross.
Do you have a picture?
No, I have it in my closet.
You should show us.
Let me see if I can go find
That's
it.
pretty unconventional.
All right, Soulbrush is about to get a treat tonight. I already beat you. Oh man. If you guys don't know Soulbrush Hero, or why is it Soulbrush Hero? I always thought it was Soulbrush Creative. Maybe I'm wrong.
Is Soulbrush Hero is this is Twitch account.
But if you guys ever, if anyone here wants to check out his work, you can find him as Soulbrush Creative. Surprisingly, but that's on his OnlyFans. So.
Oh.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Your lady used to stream, right?
Oh, so it's like a shared account.
I don't
Look at that.
It doesn't look very good.
But do you share Facebooks too?
Katie grab it and say you're not showing us. Well,
It's worse than I thought it was. Is the
doing
problem?
Doing a live foot painting next episode.
Oh God. Hold on. Let me see this. I gotta make it bigger. Oh my
Not bad.
God.
Is that a Sesame Street character?
That's not the boob painting, right? That's the.
No, that's not.
Okay.
No, that is not the boobs.
Okay.
That is the heel of my foot,
Those are the hookers.
and those are my toes. I know.
Not
Stop screenshotting.
Oh my God!
You remember this artist?
Shut your pie hole.
It's not as bad as you claimed it was. I'm saying.
It's not as good as I thought it was when I was remembering it.
I think Soul might
Like
be
in your mind, you're like,
might-
this is. I remember being so cute.
See, that scared me.
Soul may be a
Oh,
potential buyer.
That demon in the mirror.
Oh shit.
That Dante.
That's creepy. You know?
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like the fact that it looks like an owl. I think Elisa's right. It's you could tell what it is.
He's got little feet.
Yeah, I mean,
I did this 8 years ago.
and there's, oh my gosh, that's too funny. Hey, we've all grown. We've all
Alright.
evolved in our art.
Everybody better share like an embarrassing story now, please, to make me feel
Oh my
better.
God.
Oh, we don't have any. What are you
We don't
talking
have.
about?
They were born as full-grown adults with
Yeah.
no faults at
I've
all.
never done any embarrassing stuff. Not art related, so it doesn't matter. Like I don't have anything for the show. I don't have any embarrassing art stories for the show.
Dang.
Yeah.
I will say we used to design fake hip hop covers during the early 2000s when Pen and Pixel was the hottest design group around doing all of the Cash Money
Oh, yeah.
Millionaire stuff.
Yeah, they all look like the same album cover.
They all had like a pile of watches with cars flying out of them. So we used to do those style of hip hop covers for just like random people.
What
Wait,
happened?
I know that aesthetic. That was you?
No, we didn't make it. We didn't create it. Alan says that's a better foot album than I was expecting. Same.
Don't be ashamed.
If I
don't
was
be
to do
ashamed.
it today, I bet I could do a lot better. Just saying.
Next episode. Calling you out. Foot painting the episode.
I'll record it for you guys. See my nasty feet.
Oh, you better charge money for that because that's the rule on the internet, right? No free feet on the internet. No free feet.
No free feet.
There's always creepers around like Ed and Soulbrush that
Oh my God! You know that's all Soul Brush.
way into that.
You guys, we might be able to tap into a new market.
Yeah, we'll finally get some money coming in on the show.
I always thought it was gonna be praying, but apparently it was from
It was-
feet.
Yeah, we thought it was praying, but it's the foot stuff.
Why
Yeah.
doesn't praying
Dr.
want to
Scholl's.
sponsor us?
Dr. Scholl's.
Because they've listened to the episodes. That's why they don't sponsor us.
Oh wait, we have to.
I
we
say
have-
nothing but good things about them.
Yeah, you should swap the canvas skin because unless we want Brittany front and center complaining about foot drawings.
Oh, we
Oh
have to
God,
mention.
that
we
is
have
my
to
face.
mention.
Let's make that go away.
We have to mention jet pens at least once.
Jet pens.
Jet
Jet
pens.
pens.
The Foot Pizza Podcast.
Oh, Foot
Yeah.
Pizza Podcast. Oh.
I actually tagged them in like the YouTube channel, so I was like, okay,
Wait.
fingers crossed, they see it and they just throw
Oh,
us
I
a
hope
bunch
so.
of old used pens from 10 years ago that have dried out. But I'll take it. I'll
Can
take
somebody
it.
please make me not the highlight of this?
Yeah, the Magma Studios is still not the.
What's up?
Brittany's uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My face is so big.
It's like you've been focused on like for like 10 minutes. Sorry, I just was
I didn't like that.
I was in drawing mode. Just remind me next time.
So Alan, I'm gonna put you on blast, so you have to finish it now. He was making an album cover for this stock footage, a stock image he found of a guy dressed as Santa Claus with 2 Rottweilers.
What?
So he started making a Chris Blingle rap album cover.
That's
And
amazing.
the album's called GIF Wrapped, like RAPPED.
Wow.
And we had like a track list on the back and everything. So now he has to finish it. He has to hurry up and finish that
Fuck you,
album
Kenny.
cover now.
Fuck you, Kenny.
We're gonna hold you accountable.
Foot Pizza Podcast. That's gross.
What
Gross.
is Rurex drawing a foot now? Jesus Christ. That better be for Soul.
What?
There's like a little is that
That's
like
like
a
a,
Minecraft guy?
Yeah, Minecraft thing, right? Oh, I
Yeah.
see with the foot. I see the foot on the bottom. Okay. That's funny. That's funny.
That's all Soul. That's all Soul.
From now on, this is our Magma canvas is going to obey the Rob Liefeld rules. No feet.
No
Just
feet.
rubble and smoke where the feet should be.
Oh, I think next week when we're gonna do the draw from memory when Rurex is
Draw
back.
characters from memory. so I can actually participate and not struggle.
You're probably
I
gonna
just
have it.
draw the same thing every time.
I mean, it works.
It works. I always draw something with teeth. So
Teeth.
that's
It works.
oh, who's this in the corner getting in on like in my space? That's probably Soul Brush? Yep.
Adding a foot to your dinosaur.
Damn it, Kenny.
Everybody draw feet.
Feet.
If you're
Don't
gonna
use
draw
your feet.
feet, at least draw them good.
Wait, I'm gonna draw a foot.
Alright. But
I gotta claim space real quick.
I'm gonna do
Ooh,
Ooh, that's
Leah.
a bad foot.
So what's another good unconventional art thing?
A Marvel Comics foot.
the feet.
There.
Say okay. Alan will paint with his feet.
Are you talking about the gift wrapped album cover? Because you have to bling it out.
What are you talking about?
He's saying he'll paint it with his feet. I don't know if he's talking about the gift wrapped album cover, hip hop album cover we were working on. I had a shirt design a while ago that I had printed and would wear for a while. It was just the word mild with 3 exclamation points, and it was all blinged out. I should recreate that.
Wait, was that your during your little short rap career?
No, it was well after. This was 2009 or 8, something like that. Maybe a little earlier. It was basically like we walked into this restaurant and they had this sign advertising their salsas, and they were very excited that they had a mild, like mild. It was all caps with 3 exclamation points. Like that doesn't work. That doesn't work. So
You're excited about mild.
So I turned that into a. There was no Rap Champ Brian. You missed the first half of the episode where Brian sucked at all pillars of hip hop.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I never did breakdancing or graffiti. So yeah,
Oh.
I did a blinged out version of the word mild with 3 exclamation points, and I had it on one of those direct-to-garment printing companies. I believe it was Redbubble.
Yeah. Speaking
I
of
had
which,
that for a while.
I'm actually opening my merch shop this week.
Finally,
Finally,
with the Art Pizza stickers, right?
Exactly. Actually, there's gonna be Art Pizza T-shirts also.
Art Pizza T-shirts. So
What?
I don't have to wear a Soul Brush shirt on our own show.
On our own show. But yeah, I got
I'll
Art
do
Pizza
it.
stickers. But yeah, I got some new designs for shirts that I worked over the weekend.
Nice.
But I figured, like, let me just knock out one of my goals this year.
What, like,
It's
where can you find them though? Like, where's your? Is it like?
I'll post it up, but it'll probably by next podcast. Like right now, the site's being worked on.
Okay, so but it's like a direct-to-garment printing, like a print-on-demand shirt.
and it's everything's done here locally in Vegas, so you're supporting
Locally sourced, non-GMO.
small business. Well, Las
small
Vegas.
business, support local artists, small businesses, blah blah blah, something.
I'm sure they're
So,
free range.
but yeah, I'm pretty excited to get at least a new design, at least 1 to 2 new designs every month. And,
Hell
I
yeah.
want that.
Very
And
cool.
but the next time I see you guys, I got some stickers for you and stuff.
If it ain't got big teeth, I ain't wearing it. Oh,
That's right. There's always gonna be teeth. Always.
I do want the Art Pizza shirt though. I think that would be cool.
Yeah. The one I'm working on has like a small version, like small on the left
pocket logo?
chest, the pocket, and then the logo on the back also.
Okay.
Oh, wait, there's a pocket?
No. Well, there's the
that's just
small
what they
logo
call it.
here.
Oh, okay. I
And
thought
then-
it was
yeah,
like
and
a
then the
pocket,
logo
and then the art pizza's peeking out from the pocket.
Yeah.
That's just that placement's just called a pocket logo.
Okay, gotcha.
And every purchase comes with a free episode of our pizza podcast.
Whoa, on VHS?
Oh yes, because we don't deliver in 30 minutes or less, so all our episodes are free.
There you go.
Yeah, because all our episodes are more than 30 minutes.
But
I see you laughing at your own joke, Brittany.
shit.
I see you.
I'm
Immature.
sorry. I could was.
Children.
It's a mushroom.
We can't have anything nice in here.
That's why we don't have nice things.
That's why we can't have prank money. So anyway, I think we covered it. We did a good deal of unconventional.
I think so.
There was only a
Someone with
handful of
more stories.
examples, to be honest.
No one's
Yeah.
dropping Britney's boob paintings anyway, so
I don't know. Maybe she's gonna start a whole trend of boob painting. You know?
she said she already did. She said there's already people like other.
Oh,
There's lots
artists
of
out
people
there that-
doing it
wait.
now.
There's that one artist. I can't remember her name, but I'd probably send you the guys the links. But she'll dip like paint in like a bouquet of flowers and then start splashing it. I don't know. It's like performance art more, but then she'll have a really nice painting. But you know what I'm talking about?
She just splatters it with like a bouquet of flowers to make like those speed painting
Asian
people that
girl.
smack the canvas
She'll
with their
just-
hands and make
She
John
just
Lennon.
has like a very serious look, like a very artsy look, and she's just splashing stuff, and then she'll paint something really beautiful.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Not like that Japanese dude from the '60s that would just put on paint-covered boxing gloves and just.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
what's his name?
I
What was
forget
that
his name, but there's a documentary on him.
there's a documentary, something in the boxer. His wife was an
Yeah.
artist also, but she never
Yeah.
got the credit because he was just like the
because he was
attention-
the big name.
even though she was like a pretty legitimate artist too.
I dare say she was more talented. He was just the bigger showman.
Mhm.
I think he's still doing it, by the way. I think he's still punching
He's gotta be
canvases.
Punching canvases.
Ah,
Like how
He
did
started
you
in
get,
the that's what he literally was doing. He had boxing gloves and he would just punch canvases.
how do you
did
get
he
that
punch
gig?
holes in them?
No, just punch patterns
No,
on a
yeah.
canvas.
He would put
Oh.
paint on them, and
Giant
he
canvases.
would just punch, keep punching.
Yeah. He's a weird dude.
That is pretty unconventional.
It is unconventional.
Oh, and there was also Marwenko. If you guys have ever seen that documentary, where the guy built like a World War II town, and like everyone in his town.
Steve Carell was in that movie?
That was they made a movie
Oh.
about it. But
Oh,
really
yeah,
good
yeah.
documentary. But
I
he
haven't
was
seen the
like,
documentary. I remember you had mentioned that before though.
yeah, he got beat up in the bar.
That's cool.
And so he used to be able to draw, but then after he got beat up, he couldn't draw anymore. So he just would
Yeah. I
make
remember that
like this whole
depressing.
little town and take photos. But if you ever catch it, it's called Marwenko.
I like those like because Instagram and TikTok. There's a couple of guys that do artistic shots with action figures and make it look like they're running through explosions and stuff.
Oh yeah, I've
Where they
seen
just
those
puff
guys.
up dirt and have fancy lighting and strategically place cotton balls and then they take photos and it looks like explosions.
I mean,
that
God
stuff's
knows I
kinda
have the toys to do it, but I don't know. That just seems like another thing.
You should just make your own toys. Make your own toys.
There you go. You and Soul.
I
Yes.
want one of your gorilla with the crown.
Oh, the gorilla, yeah.
gorilla.
That's gonna be
crown.
hard because the crown's not allowed to touch his head, so he's gonna have to use some kind of acrylic
Make it
clear
work.
acrylic piece to hold it.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
I'll have to
or
do that.
Josh will have to design some kind of magnetic contraption
What?
to hover the
Where's
crown
this
over
gorilla?
the
I
head.
haven't seen this gorilla. What are you talking about?
I think it's on my Instagram. It's like an old. I modeled them in 3D.
Oh, I missed out on that.
You know,
I was
when
just
I was going
referencing
through
when,
some sort of 3D phase.
But I was referencing when Ed and Rurax, every time they draw on Magma and they add a crown to one of their characters, it's not allowed to touch the head. I'm surprised, like Ed with the that derby floating over the, the skull.
Did it touch his head? No.
I'm surprised Elisa drew those cop hats sitting directly on the cop heads. Should have been floating.
So see, there you go. Boom. I don't know what it is about the crown. It's like, and sometimes it just makes a piece look a little
Feels-
extra
Feels
special.
graffiti-ish, that little element
Yeah.
of the floating crown, the flat
Yeah.
graphical floating crown.
I don't know if that was like a Mike Mignola thing or he just got that from somewhere
right.
else, but
Right.
you know, but I don't know. Maybe.
I like the
yeah,
look. I like the look.
it's a cool look. It's a cool look. I like it. I can't claim ownership to it, but I'll use it.
At some point, you're gonna show up with your own hat just hovering over your head.
I know that's the
How'd
goal.
you do that?
Show up to my own gallery shows and just like, wow, how does he do that?
Like
With the hat hovering over the headphones.
But it'll have to be like a tiny hat. that
Yeah,
just-
like a little
just-
crown.
It's attached by like a thin wire behind him, like elaborately
See,
attached to.
see, Josh is already designing it. That's why it
Wow.
has to happen now. Josh
this
already
is
has.
where
Josh
I
knows how
get
to make
Josh
it
to build like a drone that just fits
work.
inside
A
the hat.
drone that just hovers and
Angles.
stays like I
I
don't know what,
map
that,
out
what you call
a map
that.
of its head,
What's
and then
what's
I
the human
use
head
an Apple
equivalent of
AirTag, and I
geosynchronous
stick it
orbit?
on his head, and then I color it with his flesh color, so it's hidden, and the drone is locked in on that Apple AirTag with the hovering.
There we go. There we go.
Perfect.
That's
That's what we want.
there you go. We gotta show up to your next art convention looking like that.
Have to. Let's
With the
make it
hovering
happen.
crown
Yeah,
drone.
I'm still debating on Amazing Comic Con in April. I'm just like, all right, can I commit? Can I commit? Do I have stuff? I mean, I have stuff to sell, but it's just like, it's like a lot of old stuff. So I'm just like, man, I just want to like show
Old
new
art that,
stuff.
but like it's
Like
old
old
art
prints
that you
and
haven't
stuff.
taken to conventions though because you've been laying
Yeah.
low, right?
I've been laying low, but I get
Yeah.
tired of my art. Like I do a
Then
piece
bring
and, like,
toys. Bring toys.
you
You have
imagine
until
working on a
April.
toy? I would get tired of making. Like I would do a toy
one
and just
toy.
like one toy.
One toy.
How about a
Wasn't
Sorrow
that one
Head
of your goals
2.0?
this year? Make a toy. Make a
And
toy.
a
Yes,
Sorrow
yes.
Head toy.
Right.
Yeah, don't
But
wait
it'll,
till December and go, I gotta make a toy.
it'll be
We're telling
based
you
off
every
of
week.
Josh's head. It'll be based off of Josh's head.
And a
Josh
Sorrow
Arrowhead.
Head.
Josh Arrowhead.
Yeah, I'll scan Josh's head, make him a Sorrow Head, and still not give him one.
Oh,
So it's also a performance art.
bro, that's messed up.
Exactly. You know where I'm going with this.
You know what else is in April? WrestleMania. So anyway,
WrestleMania.
I'm just joking.
Roman
I'm just trying to
Reigns
say we're-
versus
we're
Cody
done.
wait.
Rhodes.
Let me just say,
Cody, you know he's not dropping the belt to Cody Rhodes because I just found out that they're going to keep his streak going far too long because he's had it 890-ish days, and Pedro Morales is the next highest guy at like 1,024 days. So we got
You're
another
losing them.
200
You're losing them,
days
Brian.
of Roman Reigns holding the belt, undisputed.
with Ed's like
And I'm mad.
obsession with wrestling, why don't you make a luchador themed toy?
That was his OC. Make your OC with the floating head toy.
I can make a lucid. Like I have one somewhere here. Where
You
is
made
it?
a luchador toy already?
He
Oh, no,
has a
he's-
luchador toy.
He's in the case. I put him in the case.
Make it.
Nah. I'll do it.
So anyway, we've reached our hour, and I'm only trying to stop at an hour because the episode that just went live today was an hour and a half.
It was?
Hour
What,
and a
what,
half.
what episode was
Guys.
it?
This
It
is
was the
special.
goal. It was the goals episode.
Okay.
That episode was longer than Elisa's blank sketchbook, 12-year-old age
Oh shit!
sketchbook.
Dang.
Just call him and put her on blast.
That
you
was
drawn-
longer. That was
Have you
longer
drawn
than
in that
the rest of
sketchbook
the
yet? Has she?
What?
Has she drawn in that sketchbook yet?
Have you started on your age sketchbook yet?
Hmm. I can't believe it was an hour and a half episode.
Brittany's having too much fun.
She
Sorry.
is.
Yeah, we got way into talking about like the goals and stuff. It was at least we didn't stray and talk about wrestling too much.
Too
Only 3 times this time, you guys. You get proud of you.
We're getting better. And I bookended it. It was only at the very beginning and the very end.
Yeah, I can see where you cut stuff out though in the podcast because I'll be saying something and then all of a sudden it's like, why didn't I finish that line? It's like, oh, Brian cut me.
Yeah, because we start talking about like stuff that doesn't need to be in the show.
Oh, it's me. I gotta
Like
go.
day
I gotta go.
jobs and names.
Wait, Jersh, before you leave,
Yeah.
there's a line on his head, and it's pink, and I'm assuming it's you.
What are you talking?
No,
Line
leave it.
on the- on
Leave it.
the
You're gonna
head.
leave it? Oh my
Yeah,
god, it's been driving me
star.
crazy.
That's a star.
Where? What?
Do you not see it?
What are you talking about?
On Brian's drawing.
Oh
drawing.
man. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Leave it.
I've been staring at it like,
Don't erase it. Don't erase it. Just leave it. Oh, come
Leave it.
on.
Oh,
Come on.
oh,
there you go.
coward.
Oh, it looks.
it was such a nice head.
Rurox, of course,
Where I
hasn't
meant
drawn.
to put it was right here.
Of course, she doesn't want to mess up her age. Oh,
Oh no! Oh no!
oh. Is that a
Bottom
Hitler? A doo-doo Hitler mustache?
No,
I'll
it's
shoot you.
smaller.
I'm gonna shoot you.
That's why you couldn't make it into a gag. You sound like a I don't know what that is.
Oh.
You know, it's an impression of a cowboy, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's why Josh figured it out. That's why I can't be in a gang. Because I sound like I'm a cowboy. Oh, how dare you!
Oh
Ed.
no!
No.
Oh, no!
Ed likes feet, everyone.
Oh, shit. All right.
All right. All right.
I'm a
Alright.
child.
All right. So I
We had
guess
too much fun. We're immature. We're
I just like to
childish.
point out that Ed was complaining earlier about the space I took up. Look at his real estate. It was literally, you know, like
that's a lot of
Don't
little
let him,
drawings.
hey, Josh, don't let him shame you into containing your art. You spread, you grow, sir.
That's a lot of little
If you
drawings.
claim it and draw something there, it's your space.
I tried, but
Don't let Ed shame you into cramming into one corner.
I'm not shaming. I just leave some space for the rest of us. Maybe some of us want to do 10 drawings on.
all right. Next time I'm gonna do 10 drawings instead of the one character.
Oh,
I
you're
only
gonna-
have the brain capacity for the one.
We're probably gonna draw like a whole bunch of Garfield.
And that immature pizza slice that you drew, Brittany.
I did give him pizza.
I'm gonna draw a bunch of platypuses. Platypussies? I don't know. Whatever.
Calm down, Josh.
The plural. of
Calm
platypus.
down.
Platypus
Brian
size.
might have to censor that.
I'm not editing nothing.
It's just a bunch of platter.
Unless we name drop a specific troll, nothing's getting edited.
Oh, like Sleepy Toe. Sleepy Toe.
Oh, now I gotta edit it out.
There you go.
It was like
All right.
Mary.
All right.
All right, we're
guys.
done. We're done.
I think we're done. Thanks, everyone that showed
Thank you
up.
for joining us.
This was fun, you guys.
You gotta put
All right. Hope you're feeling
Thanks,
better,
Josh.
Rorax.
Yeah, hope you feel better.
And
feel better.
and Soul probably took off, but he's probably rubbing his wife's feet. So whatever.
I am
he
pretty
should.
disappointed that Brittany didn't show up after studying her wrestling to discuss with us. So we needed her feedback on the Royal Rumble.
Next time. She's never coming
Quality.
back.
I'm losing connection.
Going through a tunnel.
All right.
All right, you guys. Well, thanks a lot, and I'll see everyone later.
Bye, guys. Have a good
Bye.